Did you know you can now edit photos inside DaVinci Resolve? Yeah, you heard that right. Photo editing inside DaVinci Resolve. I'm Jimmy, and today we are going to talk about all things photo editing in DaVinci Resolve. Now, previously, we all know that DaVinci Resolve is known as a go-to for color grading, video editing, and now it's becoming into a full creative suite where you can do literally everything about, content creation, video editing, motion graphics, audio, and now with this new feature, which is photo editing. Trust me, this is a major upgrade. Trust me. And to be honest with you, I'm genuinely excited about this new feature. So let's see and let's explore what you can do. Okay. So we are here in DaVinci Resolve already. Once you open up your software, this is the first page which you're going to see over here. So most of the time you're going to see some of your previous projects which you've worked on. Okay. As you can see here, these photos, yeah, I tried to play with it around before. So when you want to open a new project, you're just going to come here. Yeah, you're just going to click on this one. Click new project, give that project a name. But for me, for now, I'm not going to create a new project because I have a project here specifically for this photo editing. So I'm just going to double click on this same project to open it up. And here we are. Here we are. I have already some of my photos imported. So if you want to import your photos, I mean, it's pretty much the same way of importing videos. For those of you who have been working DaVinci Resolve, it's the same way. There's not much difference when you're importing your photos, okay? So, but I mean, just in case if you forgot how to import, of course, which I know that it's impossible, but yeah, maybe for the newcomers, you just come here and click on File, Import, Media, and there you go. You just select all the photos which you want to import, okay? But for me, I have already some of my photos over here. Or you can just click on Control I. That's the shortcut for importing, okay? It's gonna do the same thing, but in the easiest way or the fastest way as possible. And you do the same thing. You just select all the photos which you want and import into the media pool, okay? Okay, so now in the media pool, let me first remove these photos over here. Yeah. Okay. Delete. Okay, so most of the time when you just import your photos in the media pool, it's just going to look like this, okay? So that means you need to grab all those photos and insert them on the timeline, okay? So just click on all the photos, select all of them, and drag them to the timeline. There you are. We have all our photos on the timeline, okay? Now, for those of you who have been or who have worked with Photoshop or Lightroom, so we have like almost similar settings for for base collection, lighting, and everything. I mean, like the same way how you do it in using camera raw filters. Okay, so you just come here to Inspector and just try to move around things. Okay, and they have actually they have two pages over here, but they almost do the same thing. I don't know why, but maybe DaVinci will explain later about this because, yeah, I don't know exactly why. So this one specifically for the raw. Yeah, by the way, for raw photos, all of these are raw photos. So DaVinci Resolve accepts raw photos. So you can edit them. So let's go and tweak the raw stuff here. Okay, let's try to move things around and see. Yeah, let's try to play around. Yeah, I mean, give yourself a chance to explore, to make mistakes, because that's the best way and maybe the most effective way to become a professional, okay? Give yourself the freedom to fail, to make mistakes, to explore, Yes, be curious about everything, okay? So now, for example, if I want to increase the temperature of this photo, you can see that now it's already too much, way too much, okay? So that's not acceptable. I mean, for you, if you're happy with it, you can still go with it, but you need to be realistic, Yes, so that you don't overdo stuff, okay? All right. So, okay. I think I like it there. Okay, let's go to the tint. Yeah, all the way. Just explore and see how things work, you know. Yeah, I really like it there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I haven't explained to you, by the way. Maybe you have never worked with photos before, or it's your first time editing photos. So this right here, this slider is called for temperature. So most of the time, this will help you to fix your white balance. Yeah. Okay. So this is called the temperature one. Yeah. So you make your picture either more warm or more cold. I would say like that, or more cool, something like that. And the tint, yeah, tint. Mostly, how can I explain tint? Because just making things either more pink or more green. I have no explanation on that. And sharpness, if you want to increase the sharpness of your photo, okay, you just go ahead and do it, okay. Just make sure that you don't overdo stuff, okay. Yeah, just make sure that you don't overdo things. Okay, so now we have shadows. Try to work on those shadows, okay. Increase or decrease, okay. I mean, whatever you like, whatever you want, just do what you feel, but try to make it in the right way, because you will not do something like this and you think, oh, we're good to go. No. People are gonna question, what is this, what's going on, okay. Maybe you're trying to communicate something. I mean, it will depend on your storytelling, because we all tell our stories in a different way and we communicate our stories in a different way. So it will depend mostly on how you want to tell your story. Yeah, keep that in mind. Yeah, but just make sure that you're making stories not just for yourself, but also most of the time for other people. All right? Yeah, so just make sure that they can appreciate your work. That would be amazing. And maybe it will be a good motivation for you to do more stuff like this, okay? Yes. All right, so, all right. For the shadows, I will just go somewhere here. And we're gonna increase the sharpness to 10. Gonna keep it 10. I don't want to exaggerate things. All right. So we have our color boost here. Color boost maybe call it like, let's say, because in Lightroom you have saturation, you have vibrance. So color boost call it like, I mean, like vibrance. Yeah, color boost call it like vibrance over here. And we have our saturation, but I think I will not touch any of this. Yeah, for the moment. And lift, most of the time it's shadows. Yeah, lift is shadows. And okay, let's try to see what's going on with the shadows. You see what happens when you move the slider for the lift. Yeah, just makes your image look more washed out and stuff. So mid-tones, something like clarity. Yeah, if you want to increase clarity of your image, just play around here. And gain, these are highlights, okay. Yes, so as you can see, if you move around here, it increases the highlights of your photo or decreases and make it, you see that? Yes, as I told you, try to enjoy, play around, explore, allow yourself to make mistakes. Yes, but just make sure that you're not making intentional mistakes, okay. Yeah, so make mistake if it is a mistake, okay. Yeah, because once you know that you're making a mistake, then that means it's not a mistake anymore. Yeah, that means you know exactly what you're doing. All right, I think right now I'm happy with this now. Yeah, for me right now I'm just happy with this. Okay, let's go and explore this other page. It's pretty much the same thing. There's not much of a difference. Okay, if you want to zoom in your photo here, okay, to zoom in as much as you can, you know. Yeah, just zoom in, like, you know, just like that, and it will just maintain the original aspect ratio of your photo. Yes. All right, I'll just keep it that way. And if you want to crop, okay, for example, you want to crop for Instagram, there are so many here. This is for Instagram, 4x5, and this is for, you know, this is the horizontal one, landscape. This is the square one. Okay, just do whatever I want, but I'm just going to keep it as short. Yeah, I'm just going to keep the original one. Or if you want to crop manually, you can just go here to these sliders over here. Okay, slide left. Okay, it will just bring in all the content which are on the left. Okay, crop right, same thing. Okay, same thing over there. All right, so then you come down here. We have all of these. We saw them already in the raw page. Yeah, we have this temperature, same thing. Okay, can just come and do stuff over here. Okay, let me try to work out something here. Okay, I'm gonna keep it somewhere there. And the tint, you know everything. Lift the shadows, gamma. Here, gammas is the midtones. Yeah, I think in the other panel we didn't see gamma. Gamma, you can define it as the midtones. Okay, for example, you see that? Yeah, that's what happens when you click on this, when you slide this gamma slider. Okay, just put it somewhere you like, or somewhere you appreciate, somewhere you think that your content is looking nice. Okay, slider, as we know, sliders for highlights. Okay, keep it to your liking. And we go here, contrast. You can increase the contrast the way you want. Pivot, midtones, shadows. I will not touch anything here. Yeah, saturation, I will not touch anything on saturation. And what is this hue thing? What does it do? Let's try to explore. Yeah. Oh, look what's going on. You see that? Yes. That is exactly what the hue is doing, just only changing the colors in your photo. So just try not to make a mistake of overdoing stuff. Yes, try to make the right thing. Okay. All right. So now that we are finished, for me, I would say that I'm done with this page. Yeah, I'm done with this page. So now we are heading to our color page. This is where most of the magic is going to happen. Yes. And there's one thing which I want to tell you, by the way. For example, let's go in this photo. Okay, you can just right click on this photo and go. You can put lights here. Yes, you can just put lights on your photo. Okay, let's go here and I will select one light over here. Let's say, which light do I want? Oh, okay, I will use this one. Okay, now this is how the light is going to do on your photo. Okay, so just try to go and try to tweak things around so that, you know, your picture is looking amazing. Yeah. Okay, so let me first go in the raw panel and see if we can try to fix some things over here. Go to shadows. Okay, yes, that's making things actually a little bit better. Yeah, better. Then highlights, put those highlights down to increase contrast. Okay, and come to exposure, increase a bit. Yeah, should be careful when you're editing girls' photos, huh? Otherwise, they will hate you if you make their photos ugly, you know. Yes, be very, very careful, okay? Yeah, now these are my friends from the running club from Jamaica Jones. Very amazing people over there. Alright, so we need to fix something here because this photo right here, it looks washed out, okay? So we need to work on something. I think we need to decrease the lift, which is called shadows. Yeah, that's even better. That is even better, okay? Alright, a bit of gamma. I'm gonna increase a bit of gamma. Slightly to your liking. Just increase slightly to your liking, okay? Alright, so I think your photo could be ready. Yeah? Try to play around with stuff. Increase, okay. I mean, just try to play around. Yeah. Okay. But for me, I found that the most effective way to make your picture look good, especially here in DaVinci Resolve, is to go to the color page, okay? After adjusting your basic collection, fixing the white balance, colors and everything, just head here to the color page, okay? Color page, as you know, color page is for nodes. Yeah, so we are just going to work with the nodes and try to make our photo look nice and amazing. All right. Okay. So I'll try to zoom in so that we can see how it's doing on our photos. So if you want to make a new node, you're just going to right click, add new, serial, and that's how to add a new node. Or there's a shortcut which is Alt S. Very simple. Alt S and you just add a new node. Okay, and you can also give your nodes name. You can name your nodes, give them label. Okay, for example, I would say for example, I would say white balance. Okay. White balance. Contrast. Saturation. Okay. And there's a new way, by the way. There's a new way of working with nodes now. Like, I mean, in terms of display, same like the way layers are displayed in Photoshop. So even here we can now do the same thing. Okay, you just come here. No, you all right. So now there's a new way of working with the nodes, like in terms of display. You can either display them as a graph view, as it is right now, or as a list view. I mean the same way layers are being layered in Photoshop, yeah, something like that. So you can either make them like this, okay, or you can either make them like this or like this. But for me, I prefer this one, yeah, because I'm more used to it. But I mean, try whatever you want and see. Okay, so now we are going to put a look on our photo. Okay, so let me first go here in the palette and see where are my colors. All right, so I feel like the shadows are, I think they are crashing a bit. So we're gonna come here to the primary waves and try to work out something over here. Okay, this is the lift, meaning shadows, and try to lift those shadows. You see what's happening? Yeah, just look at the blade over here. Yeah, you see, once you move the slider to right, it's gonna put all those stuff up. And also look at your photo, it's making some changes over there. Okay, so but now that's already too much, so we need to just keep it a little, yeah, something like that. Something like that is already enough. For the highlights, I'm okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, and for the contrast, just come and increase some contrast if you want to do so. Okay, but I think that one is enough for me. And for saturation, I'm going to change the I'm just going to change the color space for the saturation and to HSV. Yeah, this is the pro way of adding saturation to videos or photos in DaVinci Resolve. What is it? Color space, and look for HSV. Okay, which means hue, saturation, and value. And now we need to look for channels, channel 1, channel 3. Turn off channel 1 and channel 3. Okay, and now try to go here on the gain. Yeah, move that slider to the right to increase saturation. But for that, to be very sure, I think you need to go back to the vector scope. Yeah, come here to the vector scope so that you can see where your saturation is going. Okay, okay, you see what's happening? Look at the photo and look here at the vector scope. You see the photo is getting way too saturated, and all these colors are bypassing, you know, these small boxes. It shouldn't happen. Yeah, so try to keep it subtle so that it can be really realistic and acceptable. Okay, so now this is already too much. I'm gonna try to put it back. All right, somewhere here, I'm happy with that. Okay, and now we are going to add our final look. Yeah, so to stylize our photo so that it looks really amazing. Okay, first give this label a name, not table, call it color grade. Yeah, I'll just put it in short, CC. Yeah, don't waste your time, just try to make things simple for you. Yeah, you have a lot of things to do. Yes, no time to waste. Okay, I'll just come to the shadows. Yeah, lift. Yeah, because for me lift I call it shadows. Okay, just come to the shadows and try to move this wheel. I'll just try to put it on the tail side. Yeah, that's amazing, I like it. And I'll just go to the gain, and I'll just put it to the more orange side. Okay, I'm happy with that. Come to the gamma, do the same thing. Gamma means midtones. Yes, so since these are people, try to make sure that you're getting the right color for the skin tone. Yes, I'm pretty much happy with what I'm seeing. Yeah, but just tweak your photo to your liking. Yes, no limitations to whatever you can do. And this is the beauty of creating. This is the beauty of being a creative. Okay, so just enjoy yourself, do all the stuff you want to do. Yes, okay, now I'll come here to the photo page and look again at that photo. I like that photo. Yeah, it looks amazing. So if you are a professional photographer and you've been working with Lightroom or Photoshop, I would say that maybe this is not for you at the moment. Yeah, just give it some time to develop, so you can stick to those programs which are specific for photo editing until DaVinci proves itself that it's now a full photo editing software. But at the moment, this is mostly for the people who, I mean, for the content creators and filmmakers who just make their videos and photos at the same time, and they would like all their content to look the same way. So this is mostly for them. But I won't throw you out. I mean, if you want to do your stuff here, you can do it. And by the way, I'm not saying that maybe DaVinci Resolve is here to replace Photoshop or Lightroom, but honestly, with this feature still developing, who knows where it's going? Yeah. Thank you for watching. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do me a favor. Just click on that bell and subscribe. See you next time.